This will be episode 42. We've got another special guest in studio, 2 in fact. So this is Johnny Rivera. Thank you so much for doing this,
Thank
brother.
you for having me.
Yeah, we're going to hear Johnny's story. And of course, we've got Dave, Big Bad Dave Martinez, the guy with many nicknames. So Dave's jumping in to kind of join us as a co-host / guest as well, because he and Johnny go back pretty far, I'm told.
Like fourth grade, third grade.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
cool. So these are a couple old San Angelo friends, met in like 3rd grade. So before we jump into this, we're going to have both of these guys do their elevator pitch, just in case you don't know these guys. We're going to find out a little bit about them. But first, we got to jump to a sponsor, so hang tight. We'll be right back. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Holscher Ranch Group has you covered. With a dedicated team and a passion for Texas land, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Visit HolscherRanchGroup.com or call 325-899-1403 to get started. Holscher Ranch Group, making land ownership dreams come true 1 acre at a time. Hey guys, pardon the interruption, but if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button to show your support, we'd be very appreciative. Now back to the episode. All right, guys, welcome back. Let's do it. All right, so Johnny, tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your elevator pitch here?
My name's Johnny Rivera. Own Johnny's Auto Shop. Lived in San Angelo all my life. Well, I moved back in 2000 for a couple years, but been here, born and raised.
For the most part, yeah.
Yep. I own a paint and body shop.
Nice.
Successful. Been good. Thank God.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Dave, you want to give us your spiel real quick?
Hollywood.
Well, good friends of Johnny Rivera, old friends, way back with 3rd grade, 4th grade, right?
Third grade,
Yeah, 3rd
fourth
grade. And also, I'm one of the most interesting men in the world. No, not the world, but San Angelo.
San Angelo, yeah.
And I do with the What to Do podcast as well, and the Visiting Day podcast, and also big into archaeology and a lot of cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of big things are coming up this year.
Nice, man.
Oh.
So how did y'all meet? Tell us how y'all went to Austin. It was crazy.
Austin
we
Elementary.
all went to Austin Elementary,
Yeah.
but I was a little farther behind y'all.
Yeah.
But tell us how y'all met exactly.
Were y'all from out of town?
Yeah.
Y'all
Well,
moved here from out of town?
Well, kind of. See, I didn't speak very good English, right?
Really?
And I think Johnny, he spoke to me and
Yeah.
said, you want to be friends? And that's how that started.
You asked me to be my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. In like 3rd grade, you said?
Yeah, but I couldn't really understand him because he's real choppy. So I had to
Yeah.
speak to him in Spanish.
I'm nervous.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that?
I remember that. People
That's
were making.
crazy.
Yeah, I used to make fun of him all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that? You and your brother?
I'd rather not talk about it, but
Okay.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
He's not really that
Well, how
time.
come? Because
Well, because I mean,
I mean, you're not from here.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
from a different place.
For sure. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you know,
just people being ugly.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
putting water on my back and stuff like that.
What do you
Did they
mean by-
really do that?
Yeah.
I don't
What
remember
was
that.
Tell me about
They
that.
throw water on my back and call me a certain name.
Are you serious?
Yeah, horrible name. So.
I don't remember that.
Dang, that's messed up.
I'm sorry, I made it up.
Oh.
But anyways, no, but seriously, being bullied when I was a kid, it's not fun. It's not cool.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
fat or different or
For sure.
black or white or purple, who knows what. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it hurts.
Yeah.
Words cut. And what hurts even more is when kids do it to other kids.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because the parents are like, oh, they're just saying, being kids. BS. That hurts.
Yeah, it does,
Yeah, it
man.
does.
It's
Yeah.
messed
It's not
up.
right.
Yeah, man.
Did you ever get bullied?
I did.
Yeah.
When I was down in
How did
Mitchell,
people bully you?
Man, they kicked me around, pushed me around. Because I was little. I was super
yeah?
little.
Yeah.
So I'm like the oldest of my sister. At one time, she was taller than me. So I was just real scrawny and little.
Yeah,
I got
so was I.
bullied.
Yeah.
You were too?
Yeah. Until like 9th grade.
Me too. And then
Yeah.
boom, I just
Yep.
sprouted. But yeah, he used to bully me around.
Yeah.
Throw rocks at me.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
But I
Remember,
was fast, so I take off running.
Oh, yeah?
I was young.
Were you in the Little Olympics?
I was, I think so.
Yeah.
Special.
We did.
The Little Olympics
Special
was
Olympics.
awesome,
Special
man.
Olympics.
Yeah.
You might have been the
I
special.
was the Special Olympics.
No, he
But
didn't.
anyways,
have No, he wasn't. It was the Little Olympics for
Yeah.
elementary.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to do that and go
That's
running
funny.
at the
Yeah.
San Angelo Stadium. I remember that.
That was legit, dude.
Yeah, it was cool because Miss Lopez took us.
Miss Lopez. Yeah.
Remember her?
Yeah. Was Miss Hodges there?
Remember Miss Harper?
I know Mr. Nichols is coming on the podcast.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super cool.
He's great, man.
He's
I
super
love
cool.
Mr. Nichols, dude. What about
I was in love with Miss
Miss
Harper.
Pierce? Yeah, Miss Harper was the
don't
counselor,
remember.
dude. She was
Yeah,
amazing.
she's so
I don't
nice.
remember her.
I was
so
in love
nice.
with her too.
I don't know, Miss Cooper? Was there a Cooper?
Miss Yancey, kindergarten. You remember Miss Yancey?
Oh, yeah, I remember her.
Did y'all
Yeah.
remember Miss Shaky Lady? So I guess she had like some type of Parkinson's. She was shaking. I didn't know that was not her name.
Y'all called her that?
Someone told me that was her name.
Oh,
and
no.
I was like, Miss Shaky Lady, and I got in trouble.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what elementary? I mean, what junior high did you go to?
Lee.
You went to Lee. Did you go to Lee as well?
Edison.
You went to Edison.
Crimson Tide.
And then did you go to Central or did you go to
Central?
You did.
Central.
What
I
year
went
did
to
you
Central.
graduate?
97, but I didn't graduate.
Okay, yeah. What did you do after school?
Lee, after school, a whole lot of nothing. I was partying.
Yeah, had a party phase.
Party.
Kids,
Yeah.
when you cover your ears, your dad needs to say something.
We used to party a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Party. I mean, I wasn't into drugs or anything like
Yeah.
that, but I partied.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
has a
partied
party
lot.
phase, dude.
Yeah, it was horrible.
So
We
you
thought it was fun back then, but it was kind of dumb. We'd like go out to Mexico, go party. In
Oh
Acuña.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You went to Acuña and stuff.
Oh gosh, I don't know how many times. And then driving back,
Yeah.
drunk, swerving on the road. So,
Oh yeah, dang.
did you
Yeah,
ever do that?
Acuña was
Yeah,
wild.
the first time ever, I went to Mexico. I was 16 years old.
Yeah. Did you go to Boys Town too?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't make it that far.
Okay.
It was me and my friend, and she was really pretty. She's like Marilyn Monroe, a young Marilyn Monroe. She was just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And and I had this jewelry in gold, and being me, and so we went to Mexico with me and my brother and our friend, and we didn't tell our parents. Our parents had no idea we were there.
Mm-mm.
We went to Mexico,
Yeah. That's how it was.
we parked our car in some parking lot in Mexico and went to a place called Up and Downs.
Yeah, Up and Down's
I remember
Corona
that.
Bar.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember
And so my
Up and Downs was
my
the G.
friend, she said hi to the bar guy, whatever,
Uh-huh.
and they knew her, and they let me in, and I ordered a Tom Collins, right,
Mhm.
and I sat down. She sat down with me. I took a sip, lit a cigarette, and my world just started going in circles. Whoa.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I looked at the bartender. We made contact eyes, and the bar guy, and the door guy. We made contact. I was like, you mother. I passed out.
Dang.
It roofied you.
Yeah. And then I remember being mugged, and I remember I was trying to take my rings off and my watch off. And my brother came in. He saw them doing that, and I just remember them fighting. And it's like my brother's like, "We'll be right back." I said, "Don't leave," and I just passed out again. And then, who do I see looking up? I finally woke up. I see my mom and dad. I'm looking around.
What?
Oh, damn.
Nuh-uh. What happened?
You got in trouble.
I thought I died, man.
What?
My mom and dad had no idea I was in Mexico.
And they came or what?
My mom had a gut. Mama had a gut feeling.
Dude.
I told my dad, "Levántate." I was like, wow. My dad, I was sleeping from the oil field, right?
Yeah.
We're going to Mexico. I was like, what? Vámonos, let's
Whoa.
go. Get up, we're going. And sure
That's
enough, they drove all the way
crazy.
down to Acuña. And went to the first bar. My mom put her eyes on, and she just there, and she woke me up.
That's pretty wild,
Yeah.
dude. That's a crazy
They
story.
didn't even know.
They
Nobody
came to
knew.
get you.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember we went to Boys Town, me and my buddy Tony. And we went with a group of people, and I can't really remember. But me and him took off to Boys Town.
Yeah.
What they do to you?
They didn't do anything to
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I didn't do anything to them either. But I thought it was like this fancy, luxurious place,
Yeah.
We get up there, and it was just a bunch of bars in a circle.
Yeah.
We walked in, and you know what it was. It was nasty.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of older women there.
Yeah.
And we went to go to use the restroom.
Well,
This is my last time going to
Okay.
Acuña.
Yeah.
We've been there a lot.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there, using the restroom. And I remember these three older Mexican dudes walked in. We turned back and we looked. And I looked at Tony. It didn't look good. It looked like trouble.
Yeah.
So I was like, man. And I looked back again, and he just kind of saw a little chain slide down. He was looking at us. He took, I want to say he took his fossil watch. He took his fossil watch.
What?
Tony's?
They took my wallet. They might have taken his
They
wallet.
sure got mugged out there.
Yeah, remember Doc Martens back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were like hard back
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Everybody wanted them.
Yeah.
They took my Doc Martens. They took my wallet. They took my cap.
Lucky they didn't take your life.
I know. And when my parents had found out one time, because I came inside, I was super drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, where have you been? It was like 7 a.m. And I just held myself up on the door, and I was just looking at my parents. And they're like, where have you been at, bud? And everything, all of my khakis. It's like Mexico. My mom and dad
Yes.
beat the shit out of me. Yeah, they're
Dang.
pissed. They're mad.
Yeah.
And, they gave me the story about,
The dangers that
College.
you were in.
yeah, like, they said a bunch of college kids went over there one time, and they got killed and, chopped
yeah.
up, whatever. So I was like, they don't know what they're talking about. They're just trying to scare me, so.
You held for ransom.
You could,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
extorted.
when that happened, I was like, whatever. They don't know what they're talking about. I was in that stage like, who
Yeah.
cares? I'm going to do what I want.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I didn't tell them that, but in my head. And that one time we went and we saw those guys coming behind us, I thought I'm dead.
Dang.
Now I remember what my mom and dad told me. Like, I'm dead. They're gonna kill me.
Imagine what your parents were thinking. Imagine your kids went out there.
Oh yeah. Now that I'm I was getting at that. So now that I'm a parent,
right?
Oh my God.
I mean, my
Imagine
kids.
that. Yeah.
But you know, like the things we did.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Mom.
We were
That's
so
crazy.
True.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did it.
Dad.
There was one time I was there with a bunch of friends, and I was hooking up with this girl in Up and Downs at the top of Up and Downs, and
I saw that.
we were like kind of getting into it or whatever, and we went to the women's bathroom, and we were in one of the bathrooms, so I was making out, and then all of a sudden we hear bam, bam, bam. And it was the federales. They were speaking in Spanish, and they were angry. And all I'd ever heard was, "You do not want to get arrested in Mexico."
No.
So, like, all my friends were up at the top, and so I bust out of there, and they start chasing both of us. And I went to the Corona bar, like 2 other bars, just like running, not looking back, just running.
Yeah.
And I don't even know when they stopped pursuing me, but I mean, I was terrified because I was like, man, if I get thrown in jail, like,
all kinds of
who
burritos.
knows?
Or they kill you.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I think they were just really trying to scare me more than anything else. But that was my experience with that. It was, it can be scary, man.
It's a nightmare.
It can.
Yeah. It's scary.
All those burritos flying at your
I wonder,
face,
when's the last time y'all been to Mexico, or to like a border town like Acuna or something?
That was the last time I went to Mexico
Really?
when them guys were there.
I haven't
was
talked
like
to anybody
18,
who's been like
19.
recently, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder what it's like now.
How
I
am I
don't
to
know, all
say?
that
You
cartel
think so?
stuff.
It's probably worse, huh?
You know how
You
back
think?
then,
Well, it's honestly it's safer.
then when
You
we
think
went,
so?
no,
I don't know. I honestly don't know the border.
But back then it was Wild West, but now the cartels run it, and the cartels want it quiet.
Yeah, probably, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, but the cartels jack you too, right, for your stuff if they want it, or
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're putting up in nice, vehicles and stuff like that, they will.
I wonder if the kids still do that though. Do they go to like take off and go to Mexico? Like
Yeah,
They do?
absolutely, absolutely. Kids
Really?
they're still dumb.
I'm sure there's some. Yeah, man, it's just weird to think about because it was like a thing back then, you know.
mm-hmm.
I don't
And
know.
we used to go over there and get plastered drunk and then drive back. Like,
Dang,
dumb
y'all drive
were we-
back?
all the time, falling asleep, swerving off the road. Yeah,
Whoa.
Some friends
Dude, that's
would
so
park
dangerous.
in Del Rio and then walk over, cross over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah. We would drive into Mexico and then we'd pay these Mexican dudes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like $2. Watch
To watch
the car
a
on
video.
it. Yeah, he would watch it.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'd watch it. $2. He
Do y'all
would like,
remember
"Wow."
Mont Crosby's?
Yep.
Do you remember that? It was like a little. It was like a
I
restaurant
saw it-
slash bar.
I saw
They had
it
the
and I
best
passed by it.
food and margaritas. Yeah.
But the last time I went to Mexico was the last time I got.
When's the last time you went?
that time?
Oh, that was that time?
Yeah, I was facing human traffic.
Dang.
Yeah, he could
Me
have been.
and her.
Yeah. Have you ever
Oh,
been
yeah.
like deep into Mexico?
No,
No. I've always wanted to go.
I
Like
got
somewhere
no
deep
business being
in
down there.
Mexico, you know?
I haven't even been to Cancun. Have you?
Neither have I.
I've been to Cancun with
Was it
on my
nice?
senior trip. Yeah, it's real touristy though. You know, it's just like a bunch of bars, and it was a blast.
Yeah.
But it's not. You know, I want to go somewhere like deep in Mexico where it's like kind of sketchy. You know.
No, you don't do that.
I mean,
Sinaloa,
I mean, I say that, but I probably really don't want
I
to
don't
do
think
that.
you want to do
But
that.
you know what people don't realize is that like if you have a business in Mexico, you're gonna pay taxes to the cartel.
Yeah.
Everybody pays.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Everybody pays.
I'm sure.
So you
Yeah.
imagine these glorious resorts.
Yeah. Oh, you
Cancun, all
think
that?
so? They got them under their
Oh,
thumb
yeah.
too.
You think?
think so?
But
Yeah.
you know,
for
I heard
sure.
you don't ever see them there.
Everybody
I bet.
pays.
Yeah, I bet you don't.
But I'm pretty sure they're like, hey, give me my money.
exactly. Yeah.
Everyone pays.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to.
Wow.
If not, you're
So
dead.
It's like the mafia.
Oh,
You know?
Yeah, you're dead.
It's
Like,
global. Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
don't pay, you're
Dude,
out of
that's
there.
big-
So
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. So when I say
Yeah.
everybody pays, everybody who lives in Mexico,
I'm sure.
that has business or whatnot, they pay
Yeah.
retribution to.
Yeah.
a certain percentage or something like that. Yeah.
Wow. They probably got a guy who comes around and it's like, it's time to pay.
They call it anyways, I'll think of it in a minute. It's pretty, it's pretty vulgar.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
So, man, that's crazy. Yeah. So tell us a little bit to kind of just move on to a different subject. I want to hear about how you got into to fixing vehicles, to doing body and paint and stuff.
So like when I was a little kid, I've always been into cars
Yeah.
all the time.
Nice.
I remember going to elementary. I had Hot Wheels in my car. With
Yeah.
and my mom and dad would buy me Hot Wheels. So when I wanted new Hot Wheels, I'd get them and I'd be sure my mom and dad ain't looking. I'd get a hammer, I'd break them.
Oh, yeah.
And so, Mom, Dad, it's broken. And my mom would go buy me another one. But
Yeah.
we didn't have a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
So it was if I got like 2 Hot Wheels, that was like the big thing.
Yeah.
So I remember I used to take them apart and get my dad's drills and drill out the bottom with like rivets.
Dang, really?
I'd switch out the wheels and try to do the interior.
Dang,
then,
yeah.
I remember one day I found some spray paint in the backyard somewhere. It was one of my dad's. And I just started spraying my car. I'd take out the windows and everything. I'd spray them black or
Tint.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was ugly colors of that. Like my mom had some spray paint for one of her vases. It was like maroon with all this splatter stuff. I thought it was cool, you know?
Yeah.
I was just a kid. And then from there, I got into model cars.
Yeah,
Oh,
I remember
you did?
that.
Cool,
remember
yeah.
that?
Dude.
I got into that.
Did you ever get into that?
No, I think I broke one of yours though.
Oh, did you?
You think you brought it to school?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the hydraulics on it.
Dang.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to make.
Yeah.
So now you can buy the little RC cars with hydros. I used to make mine.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, with fishing string, hangers, and
paper clips. Remember the
Wow.
paper clips that would pop off, pop it up.
oh yeah, when you get the deal and pop it. Yeah.
Raise hydraulics.
So
That's cool.
I started painting model cars, and I just always had like it was just like this rush. Anything had to do with cars,
Yeah.
Just passionate, remember
trucks,
that.
hot rods, lowriders. You know, it wasn't like, oh man, I just like hot rods or any kind
It
of
was
car.
anything. Yeah.
It was anything.
Okay.
Put rims
Yeah.
on everything.
Yeah, on everything.
Nice. Yeah.
So, like, I'm not even into sports.
oh,
I'll
really?
watch it here and there.
Yeah.
It's just cars. I'm into
Yeah.
cars. I like basketball. I started kind of watching a little bit of it here and there.
Yeah.
Football, I don't really get into it.
Yeah.
I played football, elementary, junior high, high school.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was fun then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but now I'm a gearhead.
That's cool.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it started off with model cars, and then I remember I used to cut the fenders and the doors, suicide the doors.
Oh,
and
yeah.
make hydraulics and paint them. And
Yeah.
I would remember I'd put like a mirror down here, and I'd put my model car up there, and I'd try to make a little turntable. I could never get the turntable like it was a real car. You know, start turning, fall apart, break, door
Yeah.
come off.
Yeah.
I'm like, God dang it! So I remember.
Getting mad.
Oh, pissed. Yeah, that was my masterpiece.
Yeah.
So I remember on glasses, you know, I would tear apart. I'd get in trouble because I take my mom and dad's glasses apart. But I got this little hinge right here, right?
The doors.
Yeah, so I'd use them for the doors.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Creative. Yeah.
Yeah. So I put them on the doors and for like spark plug wires.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, on a model, it comes with this little rectangular piece.
Mhm.
It has all the little pieces on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you can burn that little round piece.
Right.
You can burn it, the plastic, and then you pull it. And when you pull it, it stretches, right?
Mhm.
And it stretches real thin.
Mhm.
So that looks like spark plug wires. So I'd get it and I'd put
Nice.
little wires in there. It looks like it had spark plug wires and all that. It was cool, man.
That's
Just
cool.
and
Yeah.
then
That's cool.
from there, then
What was your first car that you got yourself? Like, were you in
Yeah.
high school or what?
The first one you
no,
painted,
I was
we
in
worked on.
junior high. It was a 57. It was a 57 Chevy Bel Air.
Like an actual
Was it
car?
at school? Sorry.
Oh no, it was a model.
No, I mean that like you drove. Like
What was my very first car I ever had?
like a,
It was-
whatever, like high school or whatever, or after high school, something you drove, like your
I
first.
drove a 66 Chevy C10.
Okay, yeah.
Man, it sucked because my parents got divorced and my dad took it. I came home one day and I was like,
oh no,
I told my mom, where's the truck at? And she's like, your dad took it. Like, where's it at? And she's like, he sold it. I'm like, what?
That's
my truck.
My dream.
Sold it right out from under you.
Yeah. I remember I did some body work to the fenders and everything. I thought it was cool. Had some
Yeah.
little roadsters for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my dad took it. I was pissed.
Have you talked to him ever since?
It took me a while to talk to him, but I
Yeah.
talked to him. But I'm playing around, but yeah.
And then
No, I was pissed.
and the truck.
And the truck's gone.
Yeah.
It's long.
Well, so what did you drive after that? Did you ever have like a vehicle that was like your pride and joy, like something you remember you wish you would have never got rid of?
Man, you know what my pride and joy was? It was a Pontiac Grand Am. I remember
Ooh,
that.
yeah,
Two
dude.
door.
Those are good cars. Yeah,
Do you remember that one? It was a turquoise one? That was my baby.
yeah.
Yeah, now I look back at it like that was trash. you
Yeah.
know, like, but
At
that
the
was all I
time,
had.
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember I didn't have a lot of money, so I was like, man,
Yeah.
everybody was lowering their car, so I went to
Mhm.
AutoZone. I bought these little clamps. He just kind of squeezes the springs down.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I thought I was the coolest guy in town. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about that car.
What was yours, Dave? Which like one of your cars you had early on that you loved?
Probably junior high. It was a Mitsubishi Galant.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Was it white?
It was like pewter, a gold color.
yeah.
Yeah. Had
I remember that.
a wood grain.
Did you race it and stuff?
No, I did have a lot of sex. It's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And junior high?
Yeah. No, it was junior high, high school. But,
Okay, yeah.
but in junior high, no. Junior high was like when I went to Edison, that was like East Side High from Lean on Me. You know, it was bad school.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
shout-
Edison was rough.
It was, dude.
Shout
Even
out to
when
Mr.
I was in
Martinez,
school.
Yeah, shout out
it
to
was
Mr.
so rough.
Martinez. He was definitely
Edison was
principal,
no
right?
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edison was hard.
It was.
It was so bad that I remember the games were so bad that Miss Martinez, he brought down Edward James Olmos. At that time,
This is an interesting story. Yeah.
At that time, American Me Brother came out.
Oh yeah,
This is crazy.
And our kids had no business watching that movie.
Yeah.
At all.
That's a
But
pretty,
since they said,
hardcore
don't watch
movie.
it. What do you want to do? We want to watch it.
About gangs and stuff.
Yeah, prison. People getting killed and murdered and raped, so during that time the games were real bad, and I was running one of them, and I was just tired of it.
You were gangbanging back then?
Yeah, man. And I was forced because of my older brother and my younger brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
They're your brothers, gotta pack them up. And so they started this gang rally type of thing, At first they did the Boy Scouts, and not Boy Scouts, the Boys Ranch.
Yeah.
Different gangs worked together as to succeed as in a goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had that gang rally, and then here I'm thinking like, to me, Edward James almost was like, oh, he's like, that's the OG, that's the man right there.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to say what he said and not say what he didn't say, it could have stopped a lot of things. Instead of, I knew when he walked in, he was gonna point me out.
Yeah.
To me stand, I just knew it, and then sure enough, and you, Dave Martinez, stood up, say what I said, and the thing what he said is like, well, sometimes that's all you got. Your friends gotta back each other up.
Yeah.
La raza. First of all, they know fucking raza. So as of right now, I have no love for Edward James Olmos at all.
Why?
It's just that what he could have said, don't do that. Look, do this. Go to acting. Do something. Do something.
Yeah.
Marvel instead of gangs. Instead, he said, do that, and it was like throwing gasoline on a fire.
Dang.
He didn't help anything. He made it worse.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Because he could have changed lives for the worse or the better, and he decided to make it for the worse.
Wow.
To benefit himself.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's why I'm like, F you, Edward James Olmos.
Yeah.
I mean that.
I wonder where that guy is now.
To the heart.
Is he still acting?
Yeah. I don't even know.
That's crazy.
The last movie he made, it was Selena.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She plays Selena's dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
So you see what the type of platform he was at.
I know, right?
And for him to say that, that wasn't cool.
So he encouraged it, basically.
Yeah. He encouraged it.
Yeah,
instead of being like, hey, gangs are not good, like, try to do something different, constructive.
At that point, everybody looked at him like, right here, man. He would have just said something, we would have done it. He said, jump. Other guys just stand up, put your hands up. They put their hands up. Stand up, sit up. Simon Says type of thing, And it was just, I had a lot of resentment towards that guy, man.
Yeah.
To this day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So when did you get your education on learning how to repair cars? I mean, how did that come about? How'd you learn
I think
that?
I started back in, it was Mario Baye.
Yeah. That's right.
What's that?
Mario Baye. I don't know if you know him.
I don't think so.
It was at Final Finish where I first got my hands to get in there. Of course, I was a helper.
Yeah.
But I'd go over there and just look at him, see what he was doing. I was like, man, that's cool. And of course, I was really into cars. And I'd see him how he pulled in.
He was cool, man. Just
Mario?
He's
super good.
Yeah.
Super. And he was really, really good at what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd watch him painting. I'd watch him doing everything, take cars apart.
Mm-hmm.
I was interested.
Yeah.
And one day he's like, hey, you want to work? I'm like, yeah, heck yeah. What do you want me to do? And he's like, man, sand that fender. So I started sanding a fender. From there, it went on to body work. He started showing me body work. And the body work's cool. I can do body work. My thing is painting.
Really?
When I got in there painting, yeah.
Okay.
I used to paint all the little cars for models. And the big ones. And
so you do like full on paint jobs, like
everything
for brand new car. I mean, like making it look brand new, right?
Make it look brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
everything.
It's interesting to me. I don't know how y'all get it like that. It's crazy.
I think it's easy.
Really?
I mean, but there's some paints out there that are a little tricky, but so when I get up and go to work, I don't feel like I'm at work.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. Like, I love it.
That's your passion, huh?
Wow.
Oh, it's my
that's
passion.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I love it. It's,
I have a car that I want to get painted, but I'm so embarrassed of what I did to the paint that you're gonna
bring it to me.
Okay. It's like just a fender, but
you use a rattle can?
Yeah.
A lot of people do that, but you don't know any better. I mean, what color is it?
With the fender I ordered is black, Yeah.
And but what color did you paint it?
White.
Oh, so it's like real chalky, yellowish. Bring it. We'll fix it.
Yeah.
But anything, that has to do with painting, body work like that. So like I said, when I'm at work, I don't even feel like I'm at work.
That's awesome.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love it. I'm not going to mention any names, but there's somebody that brings me a ton of work.
Yeah.
And shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's He opened up a lot of doors.
Cool.
A lot of doors.
Yeah.
A lot of doors.
That's cool.
Super humble. I have a lot of respect for this man.
Yeah.
He knows what I'm talking about. A lot of respect for this man.
Yeah.
He's a blessing.
Yeah.
He's a blessing.
Did he say that? Don't bring my name up, something like that?
No, he doesn't even know. But
No.
he's kind of a quiet man, so I
That's
just
cool.
kind of keep him
Yeah.
to the
Cool.
side.
Yeah.
He knows who he is. I have a lot of
That's
respect.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Respect. Much respect.
Yeah,
So
I have a lot of respect for that man.
Yeah. Do y'all do full on repairs? Like if somebody gets in an accident, their insurance contacts
Yeah, we do
the
insurance.
shop?
We do insurance claims.
Yeah.
But I do work for a certain person that keeps us busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Super busy. So
I see. Like a dealership.
unless you're like a really, really good friend or a family member,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'll do it. But other than that, I don't.
I see.
I don't do those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we do. You know, like I
Yeah.
have my tax ID number, I
Right.
have my insurance. I can do all that stuff. But we just stay so busy.
Wow.
What do
With
y'all
this
do
other one.
mostly then? What?
Paint and body. It's still paint and body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you stay busy with? Just the painting mostly, or
Paint and body work.
Okay.
Paint and body work.
Okay. With from like wrecks or
Yeah, scratches, wrecks,
Cars ready to
kinds of
sell.
stuff. Okay.
Getting ready
some-
to sell.
something like that. Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So
dude.
we're doing paint and body every day. It's just
What I wanna know
keeps
is,
me
like,
super busy.
when you're painting, like, and you got like a real abstract color or something, you know, it's like kind of weird. Is it all about the machine? You just hit a button, or what? And it blends it to the right color, or what? How does that work? How do you get the right color exactly?
Well, first it's like the mixing. It's how
Okay.
you mix your paint,
Yeah.
and that's how you flow it out when you're
Okay.
spraying. It's hard to explain, but
Whoa. Okay.
it just comes natural. You know what I mean?
But it takes some skill.
yeah,
obviously, I
it
guess,
takes some
yeah.
skills.
Interesting.
I mean, anybody can do it.
No, they can't. I can't.
No, I mean, we could get in there. It probably takes some skill to
Yeah,
get
it takes
good,
skill,
though,
man.
right? Like,
Give yourself some credit.
Yeah.
Don't, for real, give yourself some credit.
I mean,
When's the last time you did
First
a crazy color, like for a lowrider short or something like that, something custom or a truck magazine?
yeah, do y'all do that kind of deal?
we did.
Yeah.
Before I started getting really busy with this other person.
Mm-hmm.
Candies,
Candies, yeah.
Yeah.
candies, flake job.
What's your favorite
Ooh,
color?
yeah,
Favorite.
flake.
My favorite
yeah.
color is a candy brandy wine.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah?
Flake. Yeah, that's
I'm
my
in love with.
favorite.
There's this truck out there. I think they call it. It's like a tennis ball color, like neon. It was like a Chevy short bed, like with 26s on it.
Here in town?
No, it was but he definitely made a dent. Well, actually, someone dented him at a car show. He ran right into his truck. Boom.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, tennis ball color. It was pretty. It was nice.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my favorite color.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's my
How do you
favorite.
do flakes? That sounds hard.
There's all different kinds of way. I put my flake in my clear coat.
Okay.
I don't use the binders anymore. I
Yeah.
do them in the clear. So it's just a process you do. But yeah, man, I love it. Like
And
it's
like,
cool.
and like, what do you put in there again? A
Flakes.
flake?
Flake.
Are there like them two colors of flake or?
There's all kinds of different. I like the big choppy big flakes. I don't like the little bitty.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know how you've seen like the bass boats? It's all that big.
Yeah.
flake on the
Yeah.
back? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's cool.
That's cool. Yeah, it's pretty
it's
cool.
cool. But I've been doing it almost 6 years, and but it was hard. I want to say back in 2009,
The COVID time.
maybe 08, 09, I got sick.
Mm.
Got like really sick with depression. It was bad. I don't know. You know, a lot of people are like, "Hey, Johnny, you know, so and so's depressed."
Mhm.
If I never went through it, I'm like, "What? Depressed?" Like,
Right.
oh,
Let's
it's just
talk
it's
about
all
that.
it's all in the
guys,
head.
especially with mental health,
Yeah,
we don't like to talk about it. And you mentioned that a little bit. So you've struggled.
I
with
used to be
depression.
like, "Oh man, I don't want to tell nobody I went through that," but now
talk
you know, I've
about that
talked-
a little. How
yeah.
did that begin?
So I went through that, and I was sick for a long time, for years.
Dang.
You know, like I said, if I would have never heard, you know, if I would have never had it before, and I
Right.
heard, "Hey, Matt and David are going through depression," I'm like, "Depression?
I know. Like
What?
snap out of it. What's the
Yeah,
problem?
it's nothing. Get out of it. It's just all in your head." No, it's real. And I don't know if
Yeah.
y'all been through that, but
Yeah.
it's real.
Wow. What was
Yeah.
it like?
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
It was bad. I remember being sad all the time, crying all the time. I didn't want to eat.
Dang.
You don't want to shower. You don't want to shave. You don't want to see your family. When I think back to the way it was, everything's dark. It was just like I was in a
Whoa.
dark place, you know. And I
Yeah.
remember they're like, "Oh, we'll go talk to this counselor lady." it didn't do anything. They're like, oh, go talk to another one. I go talk to another one. It didn't do anything. And I would sleep all day long.
Really?
Just sleep. I'd wake up and I would just be crying and crying for like, dang, I'd be like, dang, why am I crying? Like, what's wrong with me? Why is this?
Yeah.
Oh, it sucked. It was bad.
What do you think caused that? Do you know?
I have no idea.
So what man?
I have no idea. And the doctors are like, just here, take this. That didn't work. Here, take this. That didn't work.
So they're giving you all
one
these
doctor
meds?
gave me Valium there in
Really?
the ER because I thought I was having a freaking heart attack. I was having a panic attack.
Wow.
She dropped these pills in me.
Johnny, let me ask you this. I don't know if you remember this, and let me know if it was before or after. I haven't seen Johnny in years. And then I look up and I see you at Walmart. I'm like, Johnny Rivera? I was like, yeah, and I was like, I thought you died, bro.
Yeah, I remember that.
Dang.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Was that
That's
before or
crazy.
after you get depression?
That was after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you heard a story that
Yeah.
someone said that Johnny blew his head off. I was like,
Really?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
I remember
That
that.
hurt me. It hurt me bad, bro.
That's
Yeah.
sad.
When I
man.
heard about it, and then when I saw him, I was like, oh my God.
Dang.
He's like, Johnny, like, and I was like, hey, what's up, bro? And he just like kind of ran up to Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny. And I was
It's like
"Hey,
a
what's up?"
ghost.
Yeah,
Come
because he
back
just
from the
looked at me.
dead.
Johnny was the first friend.
Who
I
told
actually
you
met.
that?
I don't know, somebody.
You don't, I remember.
Yeah, but Johnny was my first real friend that I had.
Crazy. Yeah.
And people, it doesn't matter if you go this way, we're still friends. you know?
Yeah,
of
exactly.
course.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, that hurt, man. So I was so
Dang.
blessed. I was so blessed that I found
I remember that.
there.
Yeah.
I remember that now that you brought that up. Yeah.
I was so happy to
they
see
kept,
you.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
Oh, man.
So they kept throwing different medications at you, and none
Yeah,
of
I
it
remember that
worked?
doctor. She was like, no, it didn't work. She threw me like all these Valiums. She's like, here, take these. And I took them and I was sitting there like all lightheaded. She's
Yeah.
like, okay, you're free to go. And I was driving home, going over curb.
What? Gosh.
Yeah, it didn't help.
Yeah.
It was just really nasty. And my family, you know how McDonald's are. They're like,
Yeah.
drink a beer, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. And nobody understood,
Yeah.
you know, and then it just got to the point where like I'm tired. Like I've been doing this for years. Like I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm cashing out.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Wow.
You know, and you don't even think about your children. You don't think about your family. But I mean, it's not. You're not doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
It just you're not in your right state of mind. You're not thinking
Yeah.
right. And there was one day I was like, I'm out of here. I'm cashing out.
What?
Thank God I didn't have my ladder at the house, because if I'd have had my ladder, I wouldn't be here right now.
What do you mean? Why?
Because I made a hog noose like rope.
Noose?
Yeah, I was like, I'm cashing out.
Dude.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't do it. And I was crying the whole time. I was just sad.
Yeah.
I wasn't ever mad. I was just sad.
Maybe
I was just-
you embrujado.
man, they tried that.
What's
they
that?
did all that. Where they put like the egg.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
don't really believe in that. It didn't work. It didn't do nothing for me.
You just-
My grandma was like, "Ay, mijo, vente pa'
Yeah.
acá," and, you know, it didn't do nothing.
So how many years are we talking about? Were you stuck in this?
Gosh,
Dang.
5 years?
5, 6, 7
Really?
years. It was a long time. It was a long time.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
It was a long time.
Were you working during that time too?
There was a span I went like 3.5, 4 years where I didn't work,
Yeah.
you know, but I still had a little money saved up
Yeah.
to get through. There was time. It was hard. It was super
Dude,
hard. I remember
cannot
financially it was hard.
imagine.
But I didn't have anybody to talk to.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
to talk to your
You
parents
probably
about
felt
it.
really like alone, like there's
Yeah.
nobody that could relate or understand.
There was somebody, and I'm not going to put their name out there, but I remember I went to go talk to them, and I told them like, "Hey, I need to talk to you." I almost killed myself today,
Wow.
and they said, "Welcome to my world. I feel like dying every effing day." I just got up and walked out. And it was somebody that I look up to, and I was like, "Wow." So I didn't have any help, so I prayed. I started praying,
Yeah.
praying. Eventually, I just started climbing out of that hole.
Oh, really?
Hmm
So that's how you got out of it.
I just got out of it.
So there wasn't like some medication or some.
Mhm.
It was just like a slow, gradual climb out.
It's like a mental illness, right? Like,
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
it's bad.
Yeah.
It's horrible. You know, it was so bad, and along with that came anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
panic attacks.
Yeah.
And those suck.
Yep.
Those really suck.
Yeah.
Every now and then I feel a little panicky, or
Uh huh.
some things that used to trigger it back then. But I just try to shake it off. Like, no, keep going, keep going. I got to keep going because a lot of people depend on me.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's just something that I wouldn't even put it on my worst enemy.
Yeah, it sounds so debilitating.
I know exactly where you're at, man.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's horrible, man.
No.
And then I had a lot of pride. I wasn't gonna be like, you know, let's just say, hey Dave, or hey Matt, y'all are my buddies. Hey, man, what do I do?
Right.
Had too much pride, you know. Being a man, you're like, I ain't gonna do that. You know,
to spend the night.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Dang,
it was
man.
It was rough.
Yeah.
It was really, really rough.
Yeah.
But what helped me a lot is my son.
Oh yeah.
My at the time. Well, he's my youngest. I had a few kids, but
How old is he now?
he's 17.
17.
He's 17. He
Young man.
yeah. I remember I'd be having like a bad day or something, and he'd be there. I got custody of him when he was like 8, I believe. So then he was there like full time with me, like all the time, and during summer and all that. And
Yeah, man.
I remember,
real quick,
I remember he'd come in the room and he'd start talking to me, and I'd kind of snap out of it. I mean, I wasn't going all crazy, and nobody could tell.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, man, my son's right here. I gotta go play with him or do something. And
Yeah.
he kind of got my mind off of it.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
I feel like he's
the gift that God gave you.
yeah,
That's
he's
so
my
crazy.
angel.
Yeah, but you don't remember. There wasn't anything that spurred it on, like somebody dying or like
No.
It just kind of started happening.
It just happened.
Yeah.
It just happened one day. Now I'll never forget. I remember I was sitting down one day in the living room. It was hot. And I went home. I had a double meat cheeseburger from Sonic.
Yeah.
They were so hard back then. It don't taste the same no more.
Brown bag
I know.
special. Oh.
Yeah, brown
Yeah.
bag special, yeah.
I ate that, and I remember I was sitting down watching TV, and I passed out. And then I woke up, and it was just like boom. It was like a hardcore panic attack, and then from there it just went downhill. I don't know.
What can you describe a panic attack? Like, what did that feel like?
You ever had one?
Dude,
I've had one.
I had one the other day.
Really?
It's where
That video I showed you. My
Yeah.
face started twitching, man.
Really?
I gotta be super careful, man. I gotta be cool all the time.
Yeah, yeah, you got you.
I gotta be cool.
Panic attack is like when your heart just starts racing.
Yeah.
It's basically, it's like your body telling you, I don't know, like you're in trouble or something, or it feels like you're in trouble, but there's nothing
To
wrong.
me, I feel like I'm feeling very temporary, very quick. It's gonna end.
And you feel like you're gonna pass out.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
rough. Yeah, that stuff's real, you know.
Oh yeah, it is.
I used to not talk about it, but now I'm like, you'd be surprised how many people are like, now that I do talk about it, if people ask me or whatever, I'm like, oh yeah, bro, went through that too.
Uh-huh.
And you know, other guy be like, oh, like him, I didn't know he went through it.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people go through
That's
it.
why it's good to talk about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Before I used to be embarrassed or be like, what are they going to think about me? They're going to think this. And I wasn't on drugs.
Yeah.
You know, people know me. I've never been on drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
So it wasn't like, oh, Johnny's, because I lost a lot of weight when I got depressed, like super skinny.
Yeah.
And I'd go places and people just kind of look, hey,
But
what's
you're
up,
super
Johnny?
tall though, so
Yeah.
like you're stretching out.
Yeah, but when you go somewhere and you lost a lot of weight, people are like, hey,
They
what's
think
up, bro?
that
What
of
are you doing,
you.
Johnny? How you been? They're kind of looking you up and down. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, I'm clean.
Yeah.
I'm going through a sickness right now.
Yeah.
You know, but automatically,
Mhm.
people are like, oh, dang.
That's what they're gonna think. Yeah.
Yeah, oh man, he's on drugs. You know, and it was like,
Yeah,
I
you
never
have-
been on drugs.
No, you
And then,
haven't.
No,
Yeah.
Not congrats for that.
no, I ain't never been on drugs.
Yeah.
I've always helped people,
Yeah.
been nice to people.
Dang, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
Yeah.
I got out of it, and this business took off. Opened up my business after my child support was all paid off.
Oh,
Started a
really?
business. Yeah. So
Did you have a lot of child support?
yeah, I did.
Really?
I did.
Dang.
Did you have child support?
Man, I overpaid on child support.
Nice.
Child support cut me a check back for $1,200.
Wow.
How much?
$1,200.
1,200?
My son was like, "You don't pay my mom child support." So first of all, the money I give your mom for child support, that's none of your business. What she does with that money, that's her business.
Yeah.
She pays for your school,
Right.
college, or whatever she needs to take care
Yeah.
of. Maybe pays for her school. But
Did y'all hear what Trump just passed with that?
I did.
He said, well, this is what I was told, that he passed it. Whoever, if you're paying child support, that's the person that gets to file for the child to be on their tax return. So like if you and your ex or whatever, if you're paying child support, you get to claim your son on your taxes. She doesn't.
Oh, that's cool.
That's crazy, right? Yeah.
Hey, they don't care.
I got you.
That's wild.
I got twins, brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They don't
It's pretty
care.
crazy. Yeah.
They don't care. I don't know. I kind of feel like they favor the women, but
Absolutely.
I mean,
well, like
there's some good guys out there. There's some good dads. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't. But when I was done with my child support, hey, the attorney general sent me a letter. I owed him 7 cents.
Are you serious?
And they wanted
7 cents.
They wanted their 7
The
cents.
postage it cost more than
right.
7 cents.
That's
So I was
crazy.
like, I had to call him like, what? You want 7 cents? Like, goddamn. Can I go to the attorney general and give y'all a quarter?
I know, right?
No, they had to send it off.
did?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
7 cents.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I, you know what? I definitely believe that you need to put, God first.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And put the dad back to the male role model. Because when was the last time we had a TV show that they don't discredit or make
true.
the dad look dumb?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And,
Yeah.
or the mom's fast and the daughter's fast and the kid's coming up. He's gonna be just trouble.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
true.
And I like those Tyler Perry movies. But
Yeah.
But we definitely need to put God back in the picture.
Mhm.
And,
For sure.
And, me personally, I'm glad that Trump is in office.
Yeah.
And it's just time to, just let's get the ball rolling
Yeah.
and let's be number one again. You know, instead of
for
being
sure.
the laughing stock of the world.
Yeah.
God first. I
Yeah.
believe in that. God
Yeah,
first.
I agree.
100%.
Mhm.
I'm a real big believer in God. And I pray
That's good.
every day, multiple times.
That's
Yeah.
good, man. Me too. All throughout the day. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get out of my bed until I read my scripture
Nice.
every day. Every morning.
Wow.
I won't.
That's
That's
cool.
I
good.
won't. Yeah,
Yeah,
I won't
cool,
put
man.
my feet on the floor till I read my scripture. And sometimes I'm look at it and I'm halfway asleep. Sometimes I look at it again, like, man, what does that mean?
Yeah.
So let's put it down, think about it, and I look at it again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because some of them are kind of tricky, you know.
Yeah, you gotta break it down.
But-
So, Matt's a very good friend of mine, and any problem I have, I'll let him know what's going on. I mean, and I think everybody needs to have a friend that's like, hey,
Yeah, for sure.
even if it's your
Yeah.
spouse or your girlfriend or even your sons,
Yeah.
But you gotta talk to somebody.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Talk to God, talk to somebody, talk to the tree, talk to somebody.
Yeah. That's the truth.
you know?
Yeah.
So tell me 3 things that you're grateful for right now in your life.
3 things I'm grateful
Yeah.
for right now for my life. God,
Okay.
God, my family, and work along with the one man I was talking about.
Yeah.
Just
Awesome, dude. What about you? 3 things you're grateful for right now.
moving forward. God's obviously. My parents, even though it was different when parents mess up. Parents ain't perfect, and so my mom always to believe in myself. And my daughters and also I had an opportunity come up, so that's pretty awesome. And you, Matt, of course.
Cool, dude.
And because
That's cool.
Yeah.
'cause I don't have a counselor. My only counselor is like my probation officer.
Yeah.
And she don't care. She wants to go pee, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but man, I'm just thankful that I have the people that I have right now in my life. Because
Yeah,
my brothers
that's cool.
don't talk to me, my mom, my sister don't talk to me. And I got a big family.
Yeah, you
You know,
do. I remember.
So I'm like, So I'm thankful to have friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I have another friend who says, he calls me brother. Hey brother, hey bro. I'm not your brother, man. Stop calling me that. How about you call me a friend? Because I don't got many.
Mhm.
I was like, all right, man. So
Yeah.
Huh.
Cool, man. So also I want to ask you what for depression in particular, like what would you tell other people, other guys like that are maybe experiencing that, or they might have fallen into some times where things seem dark and they're like, maybe I am experiencing depression. What would you tell them? Like what kind of advice would you give them?
Pray,
Okay.
pray,
Yeah.
pray, and
That's good.
find somebody. Don't have too much pride.
Yeah.
Reach out to people, because you'd be surprised how many people go through it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's out there. It's real.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
real. And a lot of people, and I understand, because I was like that. Like, I don't want to tell these people, or they're going to make fun of me, or
Yeah.
I'll talk to somebody. Hell, reach out to me.
Right? Yeah.
We'll talk. We'll chop it up. We'll eat.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny's Auto Shop. You can
Yeah.
find me. I'm not a hard guy to find.
Where's your shop? Johnny's Auto Shop.
I'm on Upton Street.
Upton?
Yeah.
Where
I'm
is
on
that?
Upton Street.
I know we're up. I'm trying to remember where
Off
it is.
of Pulliam.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Off of Pulliam.
Yeah.
In that back
Nice.
end, dead end part.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are going through it, and they feel like they don't have nobody to talk to. Hit me up.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
That's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, back then, I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody. But if I would have known, this, let's just say I knew this guy was going through it and he got better,
Yeah.
I'd reach out to him like, hey, bro, I'm kind of feeling this, or I'm kind of feeling that. Or,
Right.
what do I do? Or,
Yeah.
because you feel lost.
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
And you don't know it's kind of, it's like hard to talk about.
It is hard to talk about.
dude.
You know, and you don't know what to do. And even when you go talk to a counselor, you're kind of like, man, I'm telling this person over here what's going on in my head.
Mhm.
They're asking me, well, what's going on? Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
you tell me. I'm here to talk to you.
I feel it that way. Like, how can you talk to somebody if they've never been what I've been through?
Mhm.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that would kind of bother me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
well, have you ever gone through a panic attack? Like, no, we haven't had one before. But let's
Yeah.
sit here and help you. And I'm thinking, like, how can you help me
Exactly right.
if you don't even know? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that was just kind of a waste of time and money.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Just if you're going through it, find somebody.
Yeah.
There's people out there to talk. Reach out.
That's right, dude.
Reach out.
Yeah.
And then I remember I had a panic attack because they're going to go give me like some type of medication, like, you know, Adderall or some shit like that, right? And I went to go talk to the people in Shannon, and they said, I sat down, this lady came in, and she started asking questions while I'm having a panic attack.
Yeah.
You know, not fair. She said, "Do you feel like hurting anybody?" It's like, "No." "Do you feel like you're hurting yourself?" Like, well, how would you feel if you're put in a position where you're about to lose everything, like your whole life? Would you choose that route or just end it? I prefer to end it. Let me go through that and have everybody suffer. I mean, being put away, something like that. And saying something like that, well, she said, "Okay, well, up here back, 2 guys are fixing to come in and they're going to help you out." And what I did was like, no. And I got up and I just left. Like, no, you're not. That's not fair.
Wait, what did they say?
They're trying to have 2 guys come in there and then take me to the hospital.
That's right. Oh,
Because
that's
you know,
right. Yeah.
Because you said that.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah,
They're
they'll
gonna
put
take
you
him
up.
to-
Yeah, I was like, that
They're
wasn't
gonna
fair.
lock
That
him in.
wasn't fair because I was having a panic attack and she's asking me these
That
type of
is
questions.
messed up.
You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, no,
Now,
no.
if I was coherent like we are now, like, I want to say something like that. But when you're
Wow.
when you're depression and having an anxiety attack, you do things or say things or feel a certain way during that time.
Yeah.
And then when you're not, oh my God, I can't believe I said that.
Dang. Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah, you gotta watch what you say.
Yeah.
You say something wrong.
You're
boom,
not here to
you
help
know.
me. You know,
They put up with the paddy wagon.
Yeah.
You gone.
put me,
Like, what's D at?
scratch my balls. You know,
Yeah, they put D in the state school. Like, what the hell? Where's D at? Be calling D, where you at? I'm at the state school. They got me locked up. They must come on my
They
way.
got me a straight jacket, man. Come scratch for you.
Yeah.
Go scratch
I go
my
pick you up.
Yeah.
I go pick you
So
up.
it's like, yeah, that's not fair. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, so I got to put that.
Yeah, you gotta watch what you say.
That's your right.
Yeah,
That's
for
messed
sure. You
up.
gotta watch what you say.
And,
They
you know,
don't play.
Yeah. Oh, you know, off the subject, you could find me at Iconic Vape Smoke Shop now. I partnered up with Maddie, and we got a
Okay.
vape store there, man.
All right.
Yeah, that's
cool.
the kind of news I want to tell you. You know,
Where's it at?
on Chadburn.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Well, if you recognize, if you know,
By the Coliseum?
no, closer to by Fort Concho, between Fort Concho and St. Mary's. That strip. It's probably the only business that's open besides the sausage and
The McCullochs or something like that? It's right there in that area?
Yep.
Cool.
right after Fort Concho, going towards the St. Mary's.
Mhm.
Yeah. At nighttime,
Nice.
we're the only building that's lit up.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Good deal.
Come
dude.
by, come say hi.
Yeah.
If you come by, buy a vape or whatever, and you say that you heard the announcement here, we'll give you a discount. So
Cool, dude.
yeah, man.
Awesome. All right.
Cool.
Well, thanks, man. I
I
appreciate
appreciate you,
Yeah,
man.
Thank you coming
Thank
on,
you.
man. Appreciate
Thank you. I
dude.
really appreciate
Yeah.
you.
Hey, thank you also for talking about
man.
depression.
Yeah,
and
for
stuff,
sure.
Man, that's really cool, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Really courageous of you, and I think it'll help
It's great,
a lot of
man.
people.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, to help a lot of people.
All right, guys. That's it for this week. This